Okay, welcome to the online mental health review of Pesi Incorporated. If you're not familiar with Pesi, they are a comprehensive training platform for mental health professionals. So they have a ton of different resources from free virtual summits to online conferences to certification courses. Now, what we're going to be focusing on here today is their continuing education credits. In our opinion, Pesi is best for their continuing education credits. Now, what this means is that the quality of their training is great, and we'll go into the course that we purchased and went through, and we'll give you a overview of the dashboard on what you can expect from online CE credits from a course. We'll get into that in a second, but before we get into the course, I just wanted to highlight their continuing education provider information so that you really understand why we are recommending Pesi for continuing education. In essence, our argument and our reasoning is simple. The quality is high, and Pesi is an approved provider of continuing education by numerous national agencies. So, if you are involved in mental health, if you're a professional in mental health and you need continuing education credits, Pesi is a reliable source to go to. You're going to get high quality training for, we're going to say, a reasonable price under the following criteria. If you need continuing education credits, you're going to have to pay somehow. If you're going to a community college, you're going to have to pay in your commute. You're going to have to pay for a class. Class might be cheaper, but either way, you're going to pay. So while Pesi's classes range from, let's say, $200 average, and those are expensive, and you can get similar quality training for cheaper elsewhere. For example, Udemy or other platforms, even YouTube has a bunch of free online training platforms. There's tons of online training out there. The benefit of Pesi is that the quality of training is high and you get the continuing education credit. So, yes, you can get cheaper quality training elsewhere, but they might not have the continuing education credits. And we'll get into more about the continuing education credits and how you get them once we log into the dashboard. But again, I just want to highlight their continuing education provider information. Um, so many national, state, and local licensing boards and professional organizations grant continuing education for attendance at Pesi seminars and activities. Okay, so what you need to do is save your seminar brochure or certificate of completion. Contact your own board or organization for specific filing requirements to obtain approval. So this is the tricky part. Contact your own board or organization for specific filing requirements to obtain approval. This is where this page at the top of their website, CE information, comes in handy because you can probably, if you're a mental health professional, you can probably find a resource guide in this page. So you see all these different psychologists and all these different mental health professionals. Um, and what they're going to do is, if you can find your profession on one of these topics, they're going to give you the provider number codes. Okay. So right now you can see that, for example, if you're a California alcoholism and drug abuse counselor, that you can get approved CE credits using this provider number right here. And the page is a long page. You can see all these different, all these different programs that have been approved. What you need to do is basically use this page to find your provider number. And of course, you need to actually take the course and take the quizzes and get the certificate and all that stuff before this becomes important. But essentially, you can use this page to get the CE information to confirm that your profession is qualified. So that's why I'm recommending it. Okay, let's get into the actual course. Let's get into what we have got and show you what an actual course looks like and give you a breakdown of what's inside when you purchase. So as you see, the course was $199, and we bought the trauma treatment with EMDR, CBT, and somatic based interventions, a certified clinical trauma professional training course. And we were impressed. We were. Let's get into the course content. All right. So let's launch this online course so you can see what it looks like and what you can expect from a course. So this is just the introduction. We're going to skip over this section. But importantly, in section one, you'll see that there's going to be about 6 hours of training videos. We were impressed by this. We were very impressed. We're not going to get into the content, but Megan, the faculty member, was highly qualified. And um, what these modules were about was in a classroom. It was part of a live seminar that was recorded. So Megan is interacting with people, and they are in the room. It's online. My apologies. It was online. And they're asking questions, they're engaging with the content as she's going through it live, and this was recorded. So you're getting a very embodied experience, even though it is online. It's not just a lecture that just is kind of dull and boring. We thought Megan did an excellent job bringing to life the content. So section one was about 6 hours, section two was about 6 hours, and there were other bonus sections and bonus ebooks as well. Our criticism was that the forums appeared to have life, but really the forums were pretty empty. Most of the comments, for example, they don't have any responses or anything else. So the forums are pretty dead, even though they appear to be alive. But um, let's get into the CE credits and how you go about it. So to get your CE certificate, which you need to email to your board, what you do is you go to CE certificate in your dashboard, you click on it, and this is after you take a quiz. The quiz was easy, it wasn't too hard. Again, you select your appropriate designation, click there, and I believe you just go all the way down, right? Yep, download print. Okay, so here is the certificate. And as you can see, I've highlighted the California Board of Behavioral Sciences accepts CE programs that are approved, blah, 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 that approve Pesi and its programs. So a full list of approval agencies accepted by the BBS. All right, so that concludes our review of Pesi, and we hope you have enjoyed it. As usual, leave a comment, any suggestions, questions, concerns. Subscribe if you want more. Okay, that's it. Have a good one.